All right, here we go. Third best ball draft on DraftKings. If you guys watch the first two on the channel, you will know that if I said I got the second pick, I was taking Joel Embiid second through fifth, taking Embiid, or if he fell to six. So if this guy goes Jokic here, I'm taking Embiid. He went Jokic. I'm not going Wembanyama. I'm going Joel Embiid to lock up my center position here. I don't care if he plays less than 65 games. I'm also taking Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, I think, is like a top five center in this format, maybe even better when Embiid is out and he's the backup. I don't care about Wemby. You only get 2 points per block. So I actually think Embiid is the best pick. Sengun went fourth. So this guy knows how important bigs are as well. He's ranked 11th, but Sengun went fourth in this. That is pretty crazy. And I actually have so my top three: Jokic, Embiid, then Luka in this because guards are more important than wings in this. So many bigs are wings, like Sabonis is so many centers are wings like Sabonis, for example, that it puts more emphasis, especially on bigs, but then also on guards here. If you think about it, there's Jokic, Embiid should average 60 fantasy points per game. Sengun should be around 50. The next highest big is probably Bam, should be somewhere in the 40s. And then after that, it gets really slim. It's like Evan Mobley, DeAndre Ayton. So to lock up one of the two top bigs, super important. And for my next two picks, I'm probably going to go guard here, and I might go guard forward, but we'll see what's up with these picks. So still on the board, we still have Fox, Mitchell, Curry, LaMelo, Booker, Harden, Maxey. I'd be good with any of those guys, and would take them. Probably rather not have Maxey because I do have Embiid. So I don't know, if one of them's having a huge week, then the other one's probably not. So for your first guard and big, probably not ideal. But I will take them if it comes to that. But it looks like I will get one of these guards here, and then I'm coming back in just a couple more picks. Michael guard again. Looking at some of these forwards, we still got Durant and LeBron up here. I would love to get Durant. Honestly, I might snag Durant. Let's see what we have. So, depending on what this guy takes. Okay, so we still have three guards. Oh, he just took Durant though. Okay, so Fox or LaMelo. I think we got LaMelo with higher upside here. Obviously injury prone, but I'm gonna go LaMelo. And then we still got these three elite guards here on the board that we're going to get. So we're going to get two elite guards here. Four elite guards. And this guy took Fox. So we can either get Curry or Booker here. I'm really happy with this start. He went Jaylen Brown. Do I go Curry or Booker? And I'm going to go Devin Booker. So really pleased with that start. Embiid, LaMelo, Booker. I've been waiting for a draft so I can get Joel Embiid or Jokic. So stoked for this start. And now we got to wait a while to come all the way back. But really liking this start. We definitely need a forward now that we got big locked up. So I know Andre Drummond is around 133, his ranking is. So I'm going to have to take him with this 122 spot no matter what. Hopefully he doesn't get taken up before that, but I think 11 spots before where he should be drafted, it should be safe to wait and get him 122. I might just take him 119 and hope my another guy of mine comes back around at 122 just to be safe. But if he's not there at 119, it would definitely mess up my whole Embiid plan here that I've been planning out. So Maxey slides all the way to 31 here. Cunningham goes high at 32. So maybe the only thing that could have been better here is if Durant fell to me here. A lot of people do like Jaylen Brown. I think more than Durant actually this year. which is crazy to me because Durant averaged like 25 and 7 and 7 or something last year. Crazy. But they do have a new offense and coach, I believe, there, so it could change things in Phoenix. But I still like Booker LaMelo start. LaMelo, people are super high on. He's starting to climb up. He is injury prone, but it could just be flukes from. I mean, he's only been in the league like 3 or 4 years. I feel like some of these injuries are flukes, so hopefully he can be healthy. But great start. Hopefully we can snag a couple forwards here. So I would like to go Jalen Johnson or Julius Randle, but we are pick 47, so we probably won't get one of those guys. So kind of a tough spot for wings right here. That would be ideal if Jalen Johnson falls right here. But I think I do like Jalen Williams more than DeRozan. Wow, so coming back, Jalen Johnson fell to us. 5 spots behind his ADP. This is almost like an ideal start for me here. The only thing that could have been better was getting the number 1 pick and getting Jokic, and we probably would have like the same roster right now. But we're coming up again. If we can get Jalen Williams here, he just went. I wouldn't be mad at DeRozan, I guess. But something just scares me about the new team situation. But I'm going to go DeRozan. So something to look out for here is like Hubler still doesn't have a big. Neither does Cloud City. He might grab his first big here. Neither does Rocco. So still 3 teams without a center. And still doesn't have a center. Still doesn't have a center. He's going to have to wait till pick 84 to get his first center. That's what's crazy about the DraftKings best ball. So for my pick coming up, I'm eyeing a third forward. And I have some guys start. I'll show you here in a second. But I want to see if Rocco and Hubler get a center here first. So Rocco still didn't go center. If some of these other teams start taking 2 centers, I guess Kever already has 2, then, like Rocco and Cloud City are screwed here. Okay, Hubler still didn't go center. I guess they're just thinking no one's going to take center until they come back around. I got some guys queued up here. I didn't think Brandon Miller would be coming back to me at pick 71 here. So we could possibly get Brandon Miller here. If he gets taken, I'm going to go Mikal Bridges. If they both get taken, I might go guard. Okay, so they went Levine, who was a guard I was eyeing, and that guy went Brandon Miller. So I could still get Bridges, which I like as a third wing. Going to be taking him, and then I'll come back and get a guard. We got Simons, Garland, Poole, and I actually like Poole this year for what he was doing at the end of last season. Simons, I think, maybe ranked a little too high. Okay, so I'm up. Simons is still here. And Garland and Poole. I actually don't have much. Or I think I took Poole in my first 2 teams, so I might go Garland here just to get a little different with this team and see how that works out. And they do have him ranked a lot higher as well. So we'll see how that goes. Garland, I think he had a pretty down year last year, but possibly a bounce back here. And then Jordan Poole, you just never really know. So we're looking right now. This is what we did. We got Embiid in the 2 spot with 23-26. Went 2 elite guards, then 2 pretty elite forwards. Followed that back up 21 picks later with another solid forward. Then got another guard. Coming back, we're going to go probably guard forward again. Forward guard. See what that does for us. Hubler finally went big. His first big. Zach Edey. Very risky. Most people think he's going to be their starting center. But there's a chance he just isn't. And they just go with Jaren Jackson as their center. Or even Brandon Clark. Or, make a move and get a starting center if he just doesn't pan out as a good starting center. So very risky. Your first big to be Edey. And then Rocco still doesn't have a center as well. And a lot. 3 have come off the board since he passed on a center. So let's see if he goes center here. Still does not go center. And you got to imagine Cloud City with no center is going to take at least one center here off the board again. And Rocco is going to be left with definitely some scraps. Let's just see what we have left at center. Valanciunas, Hartenstein. I wouldn't mind Hartenstein as a late first center. Honestly, he goes off the board to, I'm guessing that was probably Cloud City. But now, one of these guys is going to be his top center. So Cloud City went back-to-back centers, Valanciunas, Hartenstein. Kind of a move here. If you don't get one of the top 4 centers, or even top 5, you wait on center and take 2 guys like this that have some potential to maybe have some solid seasons here. I'm not a huge Valanciunas guy. I feel like he's going to play 25 or less minutes and then maybe get traded, or I don't know what their plan is for Valanciunas. Hartenstein, I think, is a good pick, and I think he is actually ranked a little too low. I would have him before Eddie and before Zubats, honestly. And probably before Capella and Claxton as well. Okay, Kuminga had a massive slide here to 89. I think he was ranked 74. Okay, we're coming up. I like Michael Porter Jr. this year, and he just got taken. So 2 picks away. I do like Rozier. I think a little underrated for a guard here. And Amen Thompson, I think, underrated as well at 101. So if we wanted to go forward and then get Thompson with our next pick coming up at 98, we'll see what he does. He goes Nas Reed. So I'm going to go Rozier because I do like him better than Thompson by quite a bit. And then I'm going to go forward here. And then when we come back around, you just got to pray Drummond doesn't get picked like 14 spots ahead of his ADP here. Unless we just want to get him now at pick 98, it's very high, but I would just be pretty devastated if Drummond doesn't come back to me on the way back. Okay, I don't love any of these forwards. I guess Jeremy Grant is my favorite out of Keegan and Aaron Gordon and Middleton and Anunoby. So yeah, I'll go Jeremy Grant here. All right, now we're just hoping Drummond does not get taken until we come back to 119. But again, he's ranked 133, so it would be a stretch for someone to take him that doesn't have Embiid that high. Okay, I didn't realize that Rocco still hasn't taken a center. He's waited till round 10 to get his first center, possibly. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to even take a center here still. But he's taken 5 forwards before taking a center. Like, I mean, you expect your 5th forward to really contribute that much and not a center here, which is crazy to me, crazy thinking. Let's see what he does with this pick. Still doesn't go center. Who is going to be his first center? Also interesting that I didn't talk about, Simmons goes really high. Porzingis goes really high, especially in this format, with wing being so deep and Porzingis missing, at least all of October and November, possibly even all of December. I really don't like that in the 9th round to take a chance on Porzingis. I guess I'd rather have Porzingis than Max Strus, but I think that's just too early for the time he's going to miss and then the position that he is as well. Like, looking at this guy's team, how many times is he going to score more than Kuzma, Paul George, or Tatum on a week? So even when he comes back after missing all that time, he's probably not going to contribute. Okay, we're up really soon, and I just have to take Drummond so I can relax here. Ranked 133. I'm up. I'm taking him. Now, what do we do with our next pick? We have 4 guards and 4 forwards. I like both those rooms, but I'm taking another. I like Jaden Ivey. actually, and DiVincenzo. I can't remember if I went Ivy in one of the first two drafts. I know I have at least DiVincenzo in one of them, maybe both, but I think Ivy has higher upside than DiVincenzo, so I'm taking Ivy. All right, so I love this build. Start with an elite center, then go two elite guards, two elite forwards, then get a third forward, two more guards, another forward, then get your second big in Drummond. I mean, I think when starting the Sixers with Embiid out, the only guys better than him, maybe, I mean, it's going to be Jokic, Sengun, and Adebayo, maybe Mobley, but I think outside of that, Drummond may be the top big when Embiid is out and Drummond is starting. Okay, we're on Rocco watch here. Three centers just ran right up before his pick. I don't even know who's left for center for him to take for his first center. He's probably searching. He goes Gafford, who could be playing less than 20 minutes per game this season with Derek Lively there as well. So questionable to wait here and get Gafford as your first center. And then he still doesn't take a second center with that next pick. So, okay, I'm coming up at forward. I would love if Mathurin fell here. Also, Alsar Thompson, I think, is super underrated, and Cam Johnson. And then we're coming up close after that with pick 146. I guess next I would go Chris Paul. See, guard gets way thinner than forward here. Okay, well, Mathurin fell to us at 143. I'm really liking that. Gonna be locking in a Mathurin. And then we're going to come back and maybe get Chris Paul here. So Chris Paul or Asar Thompson, and then possibly try to come back around and get our sixth guard when we come back. No, I'm just going to go Chris Paul. Okay, so next round I have an interesting call to make because it's getting very thin at forward and center. We have 3 picks left. I mean, it's getting very thin everywhere, so when do I take a high upside center? I think I still want to go 3 centers in this build. Like, I don't see any point in having like 7 guys at a guard and a center. That's so many. Like, I think I'm pretty strong at guard here with LaMelo, Booker, Garland, Rozier, Jay Navi, Chris Paul. That I could leave it at that and go 2 more forwards and then go a high upside third big, which for a high upside big, I've been taking Robert Williams because I do think he's a candidate to be traded because he was like one of the top starting centers in the league, but now he's on Portland with Ayton and Klingon, and they could trade him, but he also just had an injury. And I'm coming back around quickly here. I mean, if Nembhard falls to me at 167, I'm taking him, but I doubt it. There's still 4 picks in front of me. Okay, well, Nembhard fell to me at 148, so I'm taking him. And we have 7 guards, so I need a forward this next one. I'm hoping DeAndre Hunter, who I'm pretty high on, falls to me. If he doesn't, I'll go McDaniels. Or should I go Clowney? I think Clowney has some more upside if this guy takes Hunter. Okay, so I got Hunter here. I mean, really liking everyone on my team. So 7 guards, 6 forwards, 2 centers right now. And what I'm going to do is take a high upside center. I don't think I need 7 forwards. But do I need 3 bigs? Like, if Embiid gets hurt, I have Drummond, but I guess if both of them get hurt, then I would need a third big, but like at that point, I think I would just be cooked anyways. What to do here, but interesting storyline following here was Rocco. He's now up to 3 centers. Gafford, Khalil Ware, the backup center to Bam Adebayo, who probably is not going to play unless Adebayo gets hurt. Mitchell Robinson, who's hurt right now, but I mean would be their starter, I guess, if he comes back. But who knows with Cat there? Cat could just be the starting center even if Robinson comes back. And then we had Cloud City wait till round 7 to get Valanciunas Hartenstein. Hasn't taken a big sense. He's just going too big, Val Hartenstein. I think he should go a high upside big with one of these last picks. He gets Plumlee, a low upside big. But then he comes back with Tice. Then we see Adams, Wiseman go. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get Robert Williams here. Okay, actually something to think about is Aaron Nesmith is still on the board. If I wanted to get a 7th forward, I mean, that would be the only thing to really think about. Nesmith or Hendricks, I guess. I don't know if any of those guys are going to do anything. So I'm going to go Robert Williams. Feel better about having 3 bigs than just 2. So, quick recap of the draft. We went Embiid first pick, 2nd overall. Locked in like a 60 point per game center here, which I have been wanting to do in all these drafts. They went 2 elite guards, 2 elite forwards, followed up by another forward, 2 more guards, another forward. Then got my handcuff for Embiid if he does miss like 30 games. Drummond should be eating in those games. Then went Ivy, Mathurin, 2 high upside guys. Chris Paul, I mean, Chris Paul, I could see him, if he's starting and getting like 30 minutes a night, I could see some weeks where he averages 18 points, 12 assists, and makes it in a lineup. Then Nembhard, another high upside guy. I kind of like the pairing with Mathurin because, if Mathurin is still out to start the season, Nembhard's probably going to be cooking a little bit. And then if Halliburton gets hurt again, Nembhard is really going to cook. DeAndre Hunter is a guy I've been taking high, and then went Robert Williams with some high upside for my 3rd big.